What's up, everybody, and welcome to like a preliminary Camp Mongoose video. As I'm sure some of you know, but maybe not all of you, we're updating Camp Mongoose to 1.18.1. Along with that is going to be a brand new map. You can actually see a lot of the screenshots from the new map here on the new Camp Mongoose modded client, which you can find through the Curse Forge app. Just look up Mongoose. It'll be from Kearney on there. He had, just like last season, and I believe the season before that as well. He kind of puts together a little mod pack that is vanilla friendly. You do not need this pack to enjoy Camp Mongoose. All you need is a vanilla client. So if you don't even want to touch this, by all means you don't. But there is a couple of cool things with this pack that I don't think that you should really ignore. Maybe you want to disable some of them, which is fine. I know I'm going to disable a couple of them, but I like having the option of having some stuff. Really quick, I'm basically just going to be running you guys through everything with the mod pack and the server in this video. So you can see the UI's a little big. If you just go into video settings here, you can actually change the GUI scale here, the GUI scale, and about 2 is pretty good for me. It's a little small maybe for some people, but I like it. And you can change all of your other things here, like your max frame rate, which I believe comes at like 120 by default. But you can change that to unlimited if you want to get all of the frame rate that you possibly can do. And you'll find all the other tabs that you'd be familiar with Minecraft in here as well. Along with a performance tab, an advanced tab for async chunk memory allocator. There's actually a lot of really cool FPS increasers with this pack, which honestly, I've seen the results. They're fantastic. Another thing is on the shader pack section here, you can just drag and drop them into here, but you can just bring in different shaders if you want to play with shaders. I actually need to get rid of this nostalgia one. It does not work. But I'm currently using Silder's vibrant shaders. I do have the extreme profile. I got the hardware to back it up, so it's not a big deal for me. This may crush some people's computers, but I'm actually really surprised with the performance out of these. I don't know if it's the new shaders. They've gotten better, or if it's 118 just running better, but I'm actually getting really decent FPS now with a good shader, so I think I'm probably going to be playing with them all season. Animations are also here, particles, all the regular things that you would expect to be in here. Along with FOV and everything, I always also try to remind people to turn auto jump off, because this is still coming on by default. I don't know if that's like a mod that we can get that just turns it off automatically. It doesn't matter. Some people may like it. I find it really annoying. Same thing with mouse settings. Default Minecraft is just crazy. I take it down to 24. And the rest of it you should be really familiar with. Right on the front of the page here, you can see there's a big old button that just connects you directly to Camp Mongoose. You do not need to be whitelisted. The server is open to everybody. Not as this video is coming out, because we're on the last little bits of just making sure everything is buttoned up, but we will be going live this Friday. That is the 17th, probably around 6 p.m. Pacific time. I still need to work that day, so I can't cut out too early. But I will be streaming, so please go to dwight.tv. You can see my stream there. Maybe hit the follow button or subscribe if you're feeling fancy. And maybe we'll do some subscriber goals that night, where if we hit so many goals or something like that, we give everybody on the server Mongoose Badges in celebration. But you can just go to multiplayer, agree to play on multiplayer, and add the server yourself manually like you would. Or you can just click on this button. Oop, there we go. And you'll be greeted here in front of the spawn building like normal. And you'll see there's a couple of extra things here on the screen. which I'm going to quickly go over. You'll first notice a giant mini map over in the corner. You'll see your FPS in the top right, and you'll see like a little selection here at the bottom for your current gear, your inventory slots that are open, and how many arrows you have with you. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this, so you can actually just hit the letter O on your keyboard. It'll open up this inventory management thing, and on the armor HUD options, you can just deselect that, and then that takes that away. There's a bunch of other really cool options on there, like if you hit the letter I, it'll open up your inventory on screen so you can kind of see what's in your inventory currently right now. That's all I have in here. So I could just hit I to quickly see it and hide it again. For the mini map, we can press Y to open up the mini map, and you can toggle that on and off if you want. Or for me, I personally like my mini maps on the right side, so you can just click and move it, and you can move that anywhere. Confirm, and then I would want it a little bit smaller, so I changed the size to be a little bit smaller. And then we can change position and move it over into the corner. And now you'll see the FPS is kind of in a bad way right there, so all we got to do is just hit the end key, which is right above your arrow keys on your keyboard, and you'll see it opens up with the FPS reducer. And you can toggle the HUD on and off, and you'll see the FPS go on and off over in the top corner. Or if you want to keep it on, so you can always see your FPS, you can click the layout thing and then move it by these predetermined locations. Or you can just move it like that. So if you wanted to kind of have it like with your mini map right here, which I think is a pretty decent area for it to hang out. You can line it up a little bit better, but it's fine for right now. This would be like my ideal kind of mini map, and or like my HUD layout, you know, just to enjoy the game and be as immersed as possible. Another thing is, if you have a shader, you can either go through options, video settings, shader packs, and then choose one in here and just click this to enable it or disable it. Or if you have one already selected and you want to toggle it in game, just hit the letter K and that'll enable your shaders. And that was not a cut. There was no edit there. Shaders, I am not sure if this is my computer or not. I think shaders have figured it out. Look at this. I can just turn this on and off back and forth. And it's literally that quick. Like I'll do it like this where I'm moving, and it's a little shaky there, you know, when it turns them on, because it's loading so much. But it's just that quick, which is fantastic. I'm so into it. So you're on the server, you have everything set up, everything looks beautiful, and let's say you're new to the server, you don't know what to do. So when you first come onto the server, you'll be thrown into a house, either house knights or house dragons. Now these are warp signs that you can right click and they'll teleport you to their location. This is just an extra feature of the server. You don't have to participate in this. This is just to give you something else to do if you're bored one day and you're like, I don't know what to do. Oh, I'll go help out my house. It's to be there to kind of provide you with new opportunities to meet people and maybe make a couple new friends. So when you come in a server, it'll be announced on your in your chat here, but I'm already thrown into a house, so I can do /house and hit enter, and it'll tell me which house I'm in. I am currently in the dragon's house, where my admin account is. So I can right click the dragon sign here and immediately get thrown to the dragon spawn that Tana built for us, a community member Tana. And they did a great job. I'm super into the idea of like giving you guys kind of like just a small, like the foundation of a really cool build. So when you first come here, you'll see a little map of dragon spawn with a little welcoming area where you'll spawn in down there. And you'll see there's a couple of extra warps here. So if you want to go visit the knights, you can. Or if you need to go back to spawn to turn in some badges, you can do that there. And we'll get into badges shortly after I show you guys the spawns. There's a couple of really cool features about this area. One of which is this really cool ravine right here, which is pretty spooky, honestly. But I would love to see the dragons make use of that and the other one that's over here. Look at this. Isn't that incredible? Caves and Cliffs is crazy. But you'll see that Dragon Spawn has kind of like a catwalk around it and a small little farm, so you guys have food right from the get-go. And you'll notice that the buildings are a little worse to wear. Like, you guys will need to come together as a community and kind of rebuild this. Fix all the holes, like fill out the places inside with furniture. I was trying to say furnishings for some reason. That's not what I was... Yeah, furniture, all that stuff, right? And so you have a really good, solid foundation here. And you can see it's kind of sprawled out. Because that's kind of what the dragons are all about. You know, you can't really contain a dragon. So you give them space to do their own thing. And over here you'll find another spot for a couple of warps. Which I believe this is going to be like probably the main little area here. Notice board and market entry. And then if we go over to the knights, you'll spawn here inside of their like little camp, where inside you'll find a bed, crafting tables, you know, just a nice little place to kind of make plans and do what you need to do. And a little fire here. And then this is your guys' notice board and bulletin board, which also have a list of very helpful warps, because not everybody can do /warp. You'll need the first donator rank, I believe, to use /warp. But you do not need to donate to the server to enjoy playing on the server. And there's your guys' little farm right here with about the same thing. And the knights are a little bit more organized than the dragons. You know, they kind of like to have like a central place to call their own. And so they have this. An old fortress that has seen better days. This spawn was created by community member Phoenix, who came in and helped me out with this. And he built all of this. And I think it came out great. I think this is a great foundation. Again, a lot of holes, you know, got mossy cobble, mossy stone bricks. But I think that the knights can turn this back into the sprawling fortress that it once was. And you'll see, too, that it's on top of a big... Oh, we got a man over here that's trying to move in. I'll just quickly get rid of him. I'll take care of this for you guys. I'll take the hit of the bad omen. You'll see that... Here, let me toggle shaders. You'll see that you're on top of a pretty decent hill here. So you can have a good overlook of everything out there. And over in the back, I think is kind of the same. Yeah. Look at that. That's wild. So we'll turn our shaders back on and go back to spawn. And to quickly teleport around, everybody has access to the /spawn. You'll see a bit of extra stuff here. I'm on my admin account, so I have access to all of them. But /spawn and then enter in the chat will take you back here. So if you're ever trapped or need to figure out how to get around, that is a quick way. You can also, just real quick while we're on the topic of moving around and everything like that, say you found a really cool place, you built a house, and you don't want to forget where it is. You can do /set home. And I already have a a home here. But so I can click that to overwrite it. And then after that, you could just do /home. And so say I'm out and about adventuring and I want to go back home, /home, teleport you back home. Just that easy. And some of the higher ranks can set multiple homes. So you can always just check my homes by doing /my homes, and it'll bring up this GUI right here. And it'll show you how many homes you can make. Apparently I can make nearly 10,000, but I'm probably not going to do that. And you can name them different things. So say you have your main home here, and then you have your beach home right over here. So you can do set home and then space and then whatever you want to call it. So let's do like beach home right there. And now if I check my home, you'll see that there's 2 homes now. And if you have more than one, when you do /home, it's going to bring up this GUI anyways, because it's like, okay, well, which home do you want to go to? And so you can just click on whatever one you want, or you can shift right click to remove it. So if I click on home, it takes me back home. Just that easy. So that is something that everybody gets access to. When you first come on, you can only make 1 home, and I believe you can make 2 at like Tenderfoot or so. All the rank information's on the website. If you're ever confused on what the commands were or how to use them, visit campmongoose.com. All of the commands and all of the ranks are on there as well, along with our Discord, which has dedicated chat rooms for the knights and dragons, or just a general Minecraft chat channel to talk to other campers. And a big thing on the server, especially just in the support area, just to pay for server bills and stuff like that, there is Mongoose Badges, which are just like merit badges, but there's a bunch of different types. There's Explorer, there's Melee, Marksman, Defense, Mongoose, and then there is the Legend Badge. We'll get into the Legend Badge after we explain what the badges are. So if you are first joining the server, you can do /kits, and that'll bring up this GUI. Depending on your rank, should depend on how many of these you see, but this is how many ranks we have on the server. And if you're an elder, you get access to all of these. Your GUI is going to look exactly like this. But if you're a new person on the server, you'll probably only see newbie and initiate. I think actually initiate is the first tier. So you'll just see newbie. When you first join the server, you can click that. And whoop, I clicked it twice. And you'll get a Camp Mongoose pick, which has efficiency 2, unbreaking 2, just to kind of get you off on a good foot. It's a very basic pickaxe, so you can kind of get through the early days of Minecraft, you know. You'll also be given 3 Mongoose badges. I was given 6 because I clicked it twice. Whoops. And 10 cookies, because who doesn't like cookies? So you can take your badges in hand. Actually, you don't even need them in your hand anymore, just as long as they're in your inventory. Go up to the Mongoose badge chest, right click it, and see what you get. Looks like I got two defense merit badges. Excuse me, I have a cough. Commentary is not great for me right now, which is not bad because that's a 7% chance. I think it's actually a little bit more than that. The percents on this are kind of wonky. You can see that some of these say 0%, and it's just because they're less than 1%. So they don't show you the decimals, but you get the picture. The ones that are orange are really rare, and the pink ones are very rare. It looks like Bruce just woke up from a nap. He's probably coming on here to work on Server Saturday, the plugin. So these, if you just come up and you left click on the chest, you can see what's in them. Over here in the Explorer one is exactly what you expect. Picks, shovels, fishing rods, all that stuff, right? Hello, Bruce. I'm recording. Bruce is our lead developer on the server. So he's the one who keeps our plugins up to date. He's the one who created the Server Saturday plugin from scratch. He keeps the More Fish plugin, the very fancy fishing plugin that we have, up to date. And then house points, that's another thing. Just finished up changes Server Saturday. Fantastic. Yep, so he's going to DM me that really quick, and then we'll get that updated. So anyways, My other 2 badges here. You can right click. I got 5,000 in cash. Not bad. I'll show you what that money's for here in a second. And hey, there we go. Okay, well, I mean, I got a lot of defense badges, which isn't a terrible thing, but getting 7 of them is really not that bad. There goes my Discord. I'm sorry if that gave everybody a heart attack. I'm usually in streamer mode. And so now we take those defense badges and come over here, and now we get our first set of armor out of here. So inside of here, you can see there's a bunch of really nice stuff. All the way up to orange, which is our highest level in these chests. You'll see that there's the pink ones here. This is legend badge stuff, which is considered like artifact here. We don't need to get into the lore of it. So anyways, we can go through here and see what I get. I don't have any better chance of getting the good stuff than you guys. It is what it is, basically. Got a pair of diamond boots. That's pretty good. For day 1, that's pretty good. Second pair of diamond boots. I can share it with a friend. Still a good thing. Third pair. Okay, well, you know what? We're just going to move away from the defense badge thing. But anyways, put on my Leroy Jenkins. I'll put on my Twilight Cultist helm. And Arrow Breaker. Why not? And I think one of the mods actually prevents you from seeing your right-hand quip thing. But that's okay. So if we do... Let's give ourselves a couple of legend badges. Legend badges are the most expensive badges on the server. The Mongoose Badge and everything else are much cheaper. But the legend one takes all of the legendary ones. You can see they're very low percent, about 1%. I think they're all roughly around 1%. Some of these have more in them, so it makes it seem like it's a lower percent. I really wish the percent thing worked a little bit more clearly. But if we right click and come over to the legend badge, which is usually, you know, in a home away from everything else because it deserves it. And we open this up, you can see this is the big bad chest right here. So not only do you get a massive amount of cash for like the more common stuff, you have the opportunity to get any of the legendaries in the game along with the artifact here. This is the only place that you can get this artifact here, which is pretty hard to get even through here, but all the regular legendaries have a much higher increased chance of getting in them. In fact, you're more than likely going to come out of here with at least a couple of them. There we go, right from the get-go. Cage of the Hellborn, like 3% sounds really low. It's not actually 3%. It's much higher than that. Again, the percents are really weird. You can't just say like, I want this to be a 5%. It's like based off of all the items that are in the chest divided by each other, and then you give it a weight. It's super confusing and honestly terrible. So don't be scared by the low percents. Ooh, Fate of Ruin. Nice. Would have preferred my own pickaxe, but this is fine. So you can see Fate of Ruin right here. Efficiency 5, Fortune 2, Unbreaking 6, which is great. We also got Cage of the Hellborn, Fire Protection 5, Projectile Protection 8, Protection 6. That's 2 different protections. These things, or well, I guess 3, and Unbreaking 6. This thing is a beast. And then we have the Dullahan and the Pig Sticker. Dullahan, Looting 4, insane. Pig Sticker has sharpness, sweeping edge. It's kind of a good general one. But Dullahan, that's where the magic is. Dullahan is amazing. So that's how badges work. You can get those through the website. You can also get them through our fishing tournaments, submitting builds to Server Saturday that get featured on Server Saturday. And hopefully we're going to work on new stuff too, to where you can automatically get them. Oh, another way that you can actually automatically get them is by playing the server. If you're playing the server, I want to make sure that you get badges. Like you're on here, you're enjoying your time and everything like that. So what you can do is check your /playtime. And you'll get rewarded at your playtime. So if I do P rewards, so for like Playtime Rewards, You'll actually get reminded of this too at the bottom of your screen. If you have anything here to claim, you can see that there is multiple rewards. There's actually more past the 14-day one. There's some before the 7-day one. Everything outside of the daily reward is a one-time reward thing. But every single day you can get a Mongoose badge. So mine refreshes in 20 hours. I tested it a little earlier today just to make sure it was working. I did get one of those Mongoose badges. There's a 6-hour one and like I think a 12-hour one. But those ones are all based off of your playtime. So I've played on the server now for 24, so is it 33-ish hours or so? And I've been playing since the 5th. And that's just me coding things, all that, whatever. So I've gone through and I've collected a couple just to make sure it's working. It is working. The rewards on these get pretty crazy. 7-day reward, you get 10 Mongoose badges. That's alongside all the daily rewards. 14 days, you get 2 legend badges. 30 days, I think, is like 5. And I think it gives everybody on the server badges as well. So you get a lot of really nice rewards just for playing the server too. So what is the fishing tournament? Fishing tournament is something that happens automatically as long as there is enough people on the server. If there's enough people on the server and then it comes to the point of the time of day where it goes off, automatically you're going to see this happen. Top of your screen, you're going to see Phishing Contest. You got 5 minutes and you got to rush to a body of water with your favorite fishing rod, which I don't have. Fishing rod. And immediately start casting, right? And this works just like Minecraft. You'll see bubbles come by just like this. And once it grabs your bobber, you right click and boom, you'll see that I caught a shrimp. I'm now the first place person right now on the server. What does that mean? If you do /mf top, again, all these commands are on the website, so you don't forget. You'll see who is in first, second, and third at any point across the entire server. You don't even need to be near them. And you'll see that I'm in first place with a 7.6 centimeter shrimp. There's legendary fish. There's artifact fish or mythical fish, I think is what we call them. There's a whole slew of really cool fish that all have different names and lore and sizes. And whoever has the biggest fish at the end of the competition gets rewards. The first 3 people. And not only that, there we go. I caught a mud crab. That's worth, that's 10.7. Now, as you're fishing, you're going to notice you're probably going to get a lot of fish in your inventory. So /mf shop is where you can sell those things for in-game currency, which again, I'll show you what you can do with that. As of right now, what you could do after you get some money, you can buy bag upgrades. So after you get a bag upgrade, any fish that you catch after that will immediately get thrown into your bag instead of your inventory. And you can get, I think, 3 tiers of that. And I'll just wait for a fish. There's one. Gotcha. I got a rare Pepe. And you can see it did not go in my inventory. It went into the shop. You can see right there. Feels bad, man. And you cannot sell immediately because you need to have a filter set. Because we don't want you to sell your mythic fish, right? We only want to sell like maybe the common, rare, maybe even epic, and you want to keep your legendary and your mythic. After you set your filters, then the sell button here. Can I put these in here? I can. Anyways, all 3 fish worth $2.79. You can click sell and you sold your fish for $2.79. And that goes into your /balance. So you could do /balance or just BAL for short. I currently have 117,000 on me, which sounds like a lot, but there is multimillionaires on the server. And you can use that to upgrade your fishing bag, or you can do /shop. So /shop is our way of basically preventing people from like leveling the world. Like there's a lot of people that do mega builds on here. We don't want you to destroy an entire mountain because that looks gross. So you can use the money that you get from fishing competitions or badges or any of the other activities and you can buy things. Say you need a ton of stone. Click on stone, and you'll see that you can add 16 at a time if you need to. So 32. Say I only need 30, so like minus 2 of them, and right there. And that'll cost me $21. So I can just buy 30. If I need another 30, do it like that. Let's make it 64 right there, right? Take that back down, add it, buy a stack at a time for 46. And you'll see it go down each time. And then your money's right here. So there's another way too. Say you mined a bunch of stone, you smelted it, you want to sell it. So you hover over stone, you can see you can right click to sell. So you right click and you can sell one at a time. You'll see it gets pulled out, right? Or say you want to sell a stack at a time. There you go. Say you want to sell all of the stone that's in your current inventory. Boom. There you go. And then you can make money that way as well. And there we go. I just won the fishing competition, being the only person to join it. And you'll see that I've been given 3 Mongoose Badges for coming into first. And your house now gets points. So since I'm part of Dragons, the Dragons got 5 points. Only first place gets points for their house. So a little bit of an extra incentive. But each of the 3 top people get badges. So I got 3 more Mongoose Badges from that. So now I can take those back. I'm just going to fly. You won't be able to fly on the server unless you have an Elytra. And come over here and use these on the Mongoose Badge chest. Hey, and I got some melee merit badges. Not bad. Wouldn't mind some Explorer ones. Explorer badges are like where it's at. That's where you want to be, right? Darn. Okay, so anyways. Those are all the other things. Another way to make money or to buy extra stuff is via the auction house, which is currently not up because the auction house is actually a physical location that we're all going to need to get together and figure out what to build. I thought it would be a fun community activity for us to work on an auction house building to where we can actually house the auction house. I thought it would be funny to make the Grand Exchange from RuneScape, but other people are like the auction house from like World of Warcraft Orgrimmar would be kind of cool. Or I'm totally down with the auction house from Stormwind as well. Or of the other dozens of video game auction houses out there, the sky's our limit. So anyways, outside of that, this is just a vanilla server. If you want to join, you can. The IP is on the website along with all the other information. There is no whitelist. But we do have a 0 tolerance rule, and we do have the ability to roll back a particular player. If someone comes on, they're being a little naughty, they're destroying people's places, things, or stealing their stuff. We can roll back an individual person completely, and we ban them, their UUID, their IP, everything. So, and we have a separate plugin that handles that, so they won't be able to come back. So anyways, that's how we've always kept a very good community over the years. I've been hosting a Minecraft server for my community now for over 11 years. And we've had a couple of bad apples, but we take care of them quickly and everybody moves on with their life because we don't try to give those people the time of day. But outside of that, I recommend you guys go around the spawn and check out things because it's pretty sweet. We have a couple of cabins here with like the season 6 dev team. So we got Swifty, we got Bruce, Mudboy, we have Kearney over here. There's actually a couple of people I need to add, Phoenix and Tana over here as well because they helped out. Over here is the Team Mongoose cabin. Anyways, guys, that's it. We're going live Friday. I hope you guys are all super excited for Camp Mongoose to come back. I know I am. I've barely touched anything with 118. The only things that I've done are on here on the server, and I barely know anything about it outside of the super big creepy caves. And And all of my first experiences are going to be on that server Friday night. So anyways, catch you guys later. And hopefully I'll see you on the server.